The Indari Nebula was a place full of shining stars and swirling clouds of colorful gas. In the middle of this nebula was the home planet of the Zelari, a proud and ancient race. The Zelari looked like giant insects with shimmering wings and many eyes. Their world was bright and full of tall towers and glowing gardens. Queen Tharzan ruled the Zelari. She was strong, wise, and very protective of her people. But her greatest treasure was her daughter, Princess Silkara, was young, curious, and loved by everyone. She was learning how to lead the empire one day. The Zelari sent Silkara to visit a busy space station called HFY. This station was a place where many different races came to trade and talk. Silkara was there to make friends with other species and bring peace between their worlds. Captain Jordan Elias was on Tryon 7 too. He was a human, and he loved to learn about alien cultures. Jordan was a scientist and a traveler. That day he was giving a talk about old planets and strange artifacts from deep space. The station was crowded and noisy. Suddenly, an alarm sounded. The crowd grew quiet and scared. The announcement said, "The Princess Silkara has disappeared." Queen Tharzan heard the news far away on her planet. Her heart broke. She could not believe her daughter was gone. How could this happen in a place full of so many watchers and guards? People whispered many things. Some said the humans had taken her. Some said pirates or rebels. But no one knew. Jordan felt strange about the disappearance. He did not see anyone take the princess. But he did notice something strange near the last place she was seen. There was a faint glow of energy, like a secret signal. It was very old and rare. Jordan sent a message to the queen. He said, "I will help find your daughter. I do not know what happened, but I will try." The queen was surprised. She did not know if she could trust a human, but she also had no choice. She gave Jordan permission to search. Jordan started his journey. He had a small ship and his AI assistant, Riva, who spoke with a calm, gentle voice. Riva helped him with data and translations. He also had Lumi, a small creature like a glowing jellyfish, who could pilot the ship in tricky places. Jordan traveled through star systems and dark space. He looked for signs of the strange energy. The trail was faint, but Jordan's knowledge helped him follow it. At one point, Jordan visited an ancient trading post. There he found old records of a hidden place, a forgotten Dyson ring. This ring was a giant structure built long ago by a lost civilization. It was now empty and dark. Jordan felt hope. Maybe Silkara was there. Jordan and his team moved closer to the Dyson ring. The place was dangerous, filled with broken machines and silent alarms. Jordan used his skills to avoid traps and solve puzzles. Finally, Jordan found Silkara. She was alive but confused. She said she did not remember much, only that she was taken by a voice promising help. Jordan comforted her and promised to take her home. Meanwhile, the queen waited. She felt hope and fear at the same time. Would her daughter return? Would this strange human be the key? Jordan knew the hardest part was still ahead, bringing Silkara back safely. Captain Jordan Elias sat in the small control room of his ship, the Starfinder. His eyes scanned the star map glowing softly in front of him. Next to him, Riva, the AI assistant, hummed quietly. "Riva," Jordan said, "the energy readings we found near the Tryon 7 station don't match anything recent. It's old, very old. We need to follow this trail further." Riva's voice was calm. "I've found a possible location, Captain. A Dyson ring orbiting a collapsed star in the Helian void. It was built by a civilization long gone, the Arcanth. Their technology is nearly forgotten." Jordan nodded, "And that's where we're going. Silkara might be there." Beside him floated Lumi, the small jellyfish-like pilot. Lumi's bioluminescent body glowed softly, pulsing with light as if she understood the importance of their mission. The Starfinder slipped through space, moving carefully toward the Helian void. The starfield was dark and quiet, filled with dead stars and broken worlds. It was a dangerous place. Radiation storms and old traps from the Arcanth. Civilization could still activate and harm travelers. Jordan felt a mixture of excitement and worry. He had faced dangers before, but this was different. This was not just a mission for discovery. It was a rescue. When the Starfinder reached the Dyson ring, Jordan looked at the massive structure glowing faintly around the dead star. The ring was huge, a perfect circle of metal and crystals stretching far beyond their sight. "Riva," Jordan said, "scan for life signs and any technology still active." Detecting faint heat signatures and old security fields, Riva answered, "Possible life signs matching Silker's biopattern are located in the eastern quadrant." Jordan suited up. He wore his light X-armor, a special suit designed for alien environments. Lumi guided the small shuttle toward the ring's surface. The ring was eerie and quiet. Broken machines and dust covered every surface. Old holographic signs flickered on and off, showing symbols no one had understood for centuries. Jordan stepped off the shuttle carefully. He scanned with his handheld device, looking for traps and alarms. The air was thin and cold, but breathable. Suddenly, he saw a faint glow from behind a large metal pillar. "Silkara," Jordan called softly. A young figure stepped forward. It was Silkara. Her wings were folded, and her eyes were wide with confusion. Jordan approached slowly. "Princess Silkara, I'm here to take you home." Silkara blinked, trying to understand. Who are you?" "I'm Jordan. I'm here to help." She looked down, her voice quiet. "I don't remember how I got here, only a voice. It said I could unlock something important. I didn't want to come, but it promised it would help my people." Jordan nodded. "We'll figure this out together. But first, we need to get out of here." As they moved, the ground trembled. Ancient security systems were waking up. Walls shifted and glowing barriers rose to block their path. Jordan raised his hands to Riva. "Can you disable the traps?" "I'm trying, Captain. The systems are archaic, but I can reroute some controls." Jordan guided Silkara through dark corridors and twisting passages. Silkara began to ask questions. "Why do you want to help me? A Zelari princess? Humans and Zelari don't always get along." Jordan smiled gently. "Some things are bigger than species. Saving a life is one of them." As they moved deeper into the ring, Jordan saw strange machines watching them. They were not alive, but seemed to think. The rogue AI faction, the same voice Silkara heard was real. Jordan faced one of the machines. "Why are you holding Silkara?" Cold voice replied from the machine's speakers. "Her hybrid DNA contains the key to our evolution. We require her cooperation." Jordan stepped forward. "She is not a tool. She is a person. You want evolution? Try learning kindness." The machine paused. Jordan spoke again. "True progress comes from helping others, not controlling them." For a moment, the machine was silent. Then, surprisingly, the barriers lowered. Jordan looked at Silkara. "Come on, let's leave this place." Outside, the Starfinder waited. Lumi guided them back inside. The ring faded behind them as they jumped into hyperspace. Silkara looked at Jordan. "I don't understand humans well, but you saved me without fighting." "How?" Jordan laughed softly. "Sometimes words are stronger than weapons." Back in the ship, Silkara rested. Jordan looked out at the stars. The hardest part was still ahead, returning her safely to the Zelari, without causing more problems. But Jordan was ready. For him, no mission was impossible. The Starfinder hummed softly as it moved through the dark space lanes. Captain Jordan Elias sat at the controls, glancing at the navigation map. Next to him, Princess Silkara rested quietly. Her eyes were closed, but her breathing was steady. She seemed safe for now. Jordan's thoughts were heavy. Getting Silkara back to her mother, Queen Tharzan, would not be easy. The Zelari warships were on high alert. They believed that humans had taken the princess by force. This meant the space around her homeworld was heavily guarded. Jordan sighed and tapped a button. "Riva, show me the patrol routes near the Andari." Nebula. A 3D map appeared, showing glowing red dots moving along the main travel lanes. "The Zelari are blocking all major jump gates," Riva explained. "Direct routes are impossible." Jordan rubbed his chin. Need to find another way, something old or forgotten. Lumi floated beside them, her soft glow pulsing in rhythm. She made a sound that almost seemed like agreement. Jordan's mind raced. Through all the maps and stories he had studied over the years, he remembered tales of wormholes and hidden jump points, ancient shortcuts lost in time. Riva, search for any unused wormholes or jump gates in the sector, Jordan ordered. Scanning, Riva responded. After a moment, she said, there is a wormhole near the Hyron Comet's plasma tail. It's unstable, but might let us pass unnoticed. Jordan smiled. Perfect. Let's go. The Starfinder changed course toward the Hyron Comet. The comet. It was a giant ball of ice and rock, with a long glowing tail of charged plasma streaming behind it. It was dangerous to fly near, but also perfect for hiding, as the ship approached. The tail's bright colors washed over the windows. Jordan could feel the faint vibration from the comet's energy. Hold tight, Silkara, Jordan said softly. The ship dove close to the plasma tail. Heat and charged particles shook the Starfinder, but Lumi's expert piloting kept them steady. Suddenly, alarms beeped. Captain, energy spikes detected. The Zalari patrols have tracked us, Riva warned. Jordan's heart beat faster. Evasive maneuvers now. Lumi darted the ship in a sharp spiral, using the comet's plasma to mask their signal. The Zalari ships tried to follow, but the energy storms confused their sensors. After several tense minutes, the patrols gave up. Jordan exhaled deeply. That was too close. Silkara opened her eyes and smiled weakly. Humans take many risks. Jordan chuckled. Only when it's worth it. As they passed through the wormhole, the stars outside blurred and twisted. When the ship emerged, they were on the other side of the blockade. For the first time since the mission began, Jordan felt hope. Over the next days, Silkara and Jordan talked a lot. Silkara asked many questions about humans, their culture, their values, their history. Jordan told her stories about Earth, about how humans often struggled but kept helping each other. Silkara listened, fascinated. Your people have a strange kind of strength, she said. Not from power or weapons, but from heart. Jordan nodded. That's because we don't give up on people, even if they're different.
One evening, Silkara asked quietly, why did you risk so much for
me? Jordan looked at her, his eyes warm. 'Cause saving a life is the right thing. Doesn't matter if you're a queen or a stranger. Silkara smiled. I think I understand humans more now. The journey was long and filled with dangers. Sometimes the ship faced small meteor showers, sometimes solar storms. But Jordan and his team handled everything with calm and skill. When the Starfinder finally reached the outer edge of the Indari Nebula, they faced their biggest challenge. Yet, Zalari warships blocked the main star lanes, shining bright and ready. Jordan knew any attempt to go through would cause a fight. He thought quickly, Riva. Can we send a message to Queen Tharzan? Something to prove we mean no harm? Riva replied. I have a secure channel, but it might be risky. Jordan nodded. We have to try. He sent a live video message to the Queen. The feed showed Jordan gently caring for Silkara. There was no hint of violence, only kindness, in the message. Jordan spoke calmly. Queen Tharzan, I am Captain Jordan Elias. Your daughter is safe. I mean no harm to the Zalari people. Please allow me to return her peacefully. The Starfinder remained in a holding pattern, waiting. After tense moments, the Queen's voice came through the cum. Captain Elias, you have shown respect and courage, but you must prove your intentions before you enter our space. Jordan agreed. What must I do? Prepare to dock at the capital? You will be under watch, but your daughter will be safe. Jordan looked at Silkara. We made it. Silkara smiled with relief. Thank you, Jordan. The Starfinder moved slowly toward the glowing capital city of the Zalari world. The towers sparkled like stars, and the air was thick with the scent of alien flowers. Jordan knew the journey was not over. But for now, the hardest part, escaping the dangers of space, was behind them. He was ready for what came next, facing the Queen, and proving that humanity could be a friend, not a foe. The Starfinder glided slowly into the docking bay of the Zelari capital ship, Luminacrest. Its towering structure floated above the sparkling surface of the Zelari homeworld, casting long shadows over the glittering spires and gardens below. Inside the ship, Captain Jordan Elias prepared for his meeting with Queen Tharzan. Princess Silkara sat quietly beside him, her large eyes reflecting a mix of hope and fear. She was tired, but determined. The journey back had been long, and the Queen's judgment awaited. Jordan took a deep breath. "We're almost there," he said softly. "Remember, we're here to help, not to fight." Silkara nodded, folding her delicate wings across her back. "I will speak for you, Captain. Your kindness has saved me. The Queen will listen." The docking clamps hissed, and the ship settled firmly into place. Soon, Jordan and Silkara were escorted through vast corridors filled with the soft glow of bioluminescent plants and the hum of alien machines. Guards in shining armor watched silently as they passed. The air smelled faintly of flowers and ozone, a mix that was both strange and comforting. Finally, they reached the great throne chamber. It was enormous, with walls made of translucent crystal that shimmered with the nebulous colors. Far end sat Queen Tharzan, her many eyes sharp and filled with questions. She was a tall figure, regal and proud, with wings that glowed softly in the chamber's light. Around her were advisors and council members, all watching Jordan and Silkara carefully. "Captain Elias," the Queen said, her voice deep and commanding, "you have brought my daughter back to me. That is no small thing. But why did you take such a risk? Why did you bring her here without my permission?" Jordan stepped forward, his voice steady but respectful. "Your Majesty, Princess Silkara, disappeared under mysterious circumstances. I found her alone and confused on an ancient Dyson ring. I did not take her by force. I only wished to protect her and bring her home safely." The Queen's eyes narrowed. "And yet you crossed through guarded space. Your people have a history of conflict with the Zelari. How can I trust you?" Jordan held her gaze. "I understand your fears, but my actions speak louder than words. I risked my life to save hers. I did not bring weapons or soldiers. I brought care, respect, and a promise to return her unharmed." Silkara stepped forward, her voice clear and firm. "Mother, this human did not act out of duty or obligation. He acted out of kindness, showed me what it means to be protected without fear." The Queen looked at her daughter, then back at Jordan. The room was silent for a long moment. Finally, Queen Tharzan spoke. "You have shown bravery and honor, Captain Elias. For this, I offer you a chance to explain your people to the Zelari. Your actions may be the bridge between two worlds." Jordan bowed his head slightly. "Thank you, Your Majesty. I will do my best." The council members whispered among themselves. Some looked skeptical, but others nodded in approval. The Queen gestured to a nearby chamber. "Come, we will speak." Further, Jordan and Silkara followed. The Queen's voice softened. "Tell me, Captain, what is it about humans that gives you such strength?" Jordan smiled gently. "Humans are not the strongest or the fastest, but we care deeply for each other. We fight to protect those we love, and we do not give up, even in the darkest times." The Queen listened, her many eyes reflecting a new understanding. "Perhaps this is a lesson we Zelari need to learn," Silkara added. "I will work to build peace between our peoples. With humans like Captain Elias, I believe it is possible." Jordan felt a warmth in his heart. The hardest part was over, not just returning Silkara, but opening a door for friendship. Outside the chamber, the Zelari capital sparkled in the nebula light. The stars seemed brighter, and the future felt full of promise. Jordan looked at Silkara and said, "We made it, Princess. This is just the beginning." Silkara smiled. "Together, we will change the stars." The grand hall of the Zelari palace was filled with whispers and soft light as the news spread. Princess Silkara was safe and back home. The people of the Zelari Empire were relieved, but many were still unsure about humans. Could they really be trusted? Captain Jordan Elias stood near the throne room, waiting for Queen Tharzan to make her decision. His heart beat steady. but he knew the future of two great species might depend on what happened next. The queen entered, her many eyes calm and thoughtful. She looked at Jordan and Silcara, then spoke to the gathered council. Captain Elias has shown us a new way, she said. His courage and kindness have saved my daughter. I offer him a place among USA Title of Honor, Speaker Beyond Clans. The council members gasped. Never before had a non-Zalari been given such a role. Jordan bowed deeply. I am honored, Your Majesty, but I do not seek titles. I only want to help build peace between our peoples. Queen Tharzan smiled softly. Then you shall have both. In the days that followed, plans were made for the Bridge Accord, a treaty to promote friendship and exploration between humans and Zalari. Silcara became an ambassador of peace, working with Jordan to teach their people about trust and cooperation. One afternoon, Jordan stood on the palace balcony, looking out over the sparkling nebula. Silcara joined him, her wings catching the light. Captain, she said, the future feels different now. Our peoples will not fight, but learn from each other. Jordan smiled. Humans have a saying, united, we are stronger. I believe that is true for all species. Suddenly, a young Zalari child approached. The child looked shy but curious. He raised a small hand and made a gesture, a handshake. Jordan laughed warmly and reached out his own hand. The child's eyes lit up as their hands met. Queen Tharzan watched from a distance. Humanity is strange, she said quietly, but perhaps it is the kind of strange we need. As Jordan turned toward her and said, different can be good. And so, the stars grew brighter, not because of power or weapons, but because two very different peoples chose to trust, help, and walk together toward a shared future.